Hey guys, you know who it is. It's me, Martha. I know I've had a lot of guests coming on and talking to you, but tonight I just wanted to do something a little less comical, I guess. But something maybe you can use even for your homeschool stuff if your parents think it's okay. Um, I just can't decided that I would do a little sign language class with you. But before I get started, I want to tell you about a story that's in the Bible. I know, hard to believe. So in Mark chapter 7, it tells us a story about a man who was deaf, and his friends brought him to Jesus. Now, I think that's really interesting that he didn't come by himself, but his friends thought he needed to be healed. And so they came to Jesus and they asked Jesus to heal him. And Jesus took the man aside, out, not in the middle of the crowd. He took him aside, and the Bible says that he touched the inside of his ear, and then he spit on, and then touched his tongue, and then he healed the man. And I like that particular story, because when I was first learning sign language, when I was about 16 years old, um, my teacher told me that story, and she talked about the sign for deaf. It's actually you touch your mouth and you touch your ear. Some people do it backwards. I've seen it both ways. But it was like Jesus was communicating with this man who didn't know, who wouldn't have been able to understand except by gestures. And so, if you know me very well, you know that I love working with the deaf. I love signing, and so I got my I love you shirt on. This is the sign for I love you, and we'll talk about why that is in a minute. Um, but my challenge for you, because you know I always have a challenge for you. My challenge for you is to find out what Jesus told the people, the deaf man and his friends, and what he told them, and if they did what he told them after he healed the deaf man. Now, I do want to say something about that. When he healed the deaf man, one of the things that is amazing is that the deaf man understood what people were saying. Because if you've never heard a language, you'll never, even if you have heard a language, if you don't know what that language is, if you've never, learned it, then it would be really hard to understand. But Jesus didn't just heal the deaf man's ears or his mouth, because they said he had a speech impediment, but he made him understand, which is really cool. A lot of people there's a lot of really cool technology out today, and sometimes people can make you hear some. It's kind of complicated, but they put an implant in, but you don't hear like normal, and it takes a long, long time. And some people never learn to understand what's going on in the hearing world. So it's really cool that when Jesus healed this man, he didn't just heal him, he completely healed him. He healed him of everything, just like he does when he comes into our hearts and he heals us of our sin. He does it completely. He doesn't do it halfway. He doesn't say, "Oh, I'm leaving one sin in there." No, he does it all the way. And so that's really cool. So I'm not going to talk much. We're going to do our alphabet. If you want to, you don't have to stay unless your parents say you have to stay, and then you have to stay. But the first letter in our alphabet is A. And if you notice, my thumb is over to the side of my hand, and my hand, I've lost some of my one of my fingernail polishes came off, so it looks a little different than the rest of my fingers. But A, so it's pretty simple. It's like a fist, except your thumb is to the side, and your palm is facing the other person. So if you were talking to me, your palm would be facing me. So A, B, just put your thumb in front of your four fingers. You notice my four fingers aren't spread like that. They're together. B, C. If you need to see it from the side, C. And you can, there's a little bit of flexibility there, but your palm should most of the time be facing the other person. C, D. Now this one, I want you to look from this side. From there, I guess it looks like a B, but your pointer finger is sticking up, and it'll be important in a minute. When I do F, you'll understand. So let's just do that. A, B, C, D, and now E. Now, I learned it like this. Some people you'll see close it up a little bit. I'm going to show you the way I learned it because it's just easier for me. E. You're just crimped up like that. E. F. Now remember our D over here? It looked like this. Pointer finger sticking up. F, that pointer finger is now touching your thumb and all the other fingers are sticking up. F. You know, if you get an F on your report card, it is not A-OK. That's how I always remember F. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now this time that I turned my hand a little bit. Now you can do it like this. I've seen it like that. Again, this is just how I was taught when I was younger, so it's kind of what I'm used to. So G and H. H is just like the G, except one more finger, G, H. I, looks like an I. J, we're just going to make a J in the air, J. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Did I do? I went way over. I'm sorry. J, K. Now, if you see this, your thumb is touching the knuckle of your middle finger there. And again, it's facing you or facing the person you're talking to. K. So H, I, J, K. L looks like an L. M. If you think of the cursive M, it has 3 humps. M. N just has 2. O looks like an O. O. P is just like your K, but it's turned upside down. P or K, P. So L, M, N, O, P. Q is just like your G, but it's turned up, or turned down. Q. R, it's like, ooh, I hope. R. S. S is like the A, except that thumb is in the front. S. T. Now, I give you a little hint. Even if you don't know sign language, if you see somebody and you need to go to the bathroom and you don't know where it is, you can just shake that T because that means toilet. So now you know a word in sign language too. So L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. U looks just like a U. U. V looks like a V. W like a W. X. X is a little different. It's your fingers curved. I'm gonna give you another word. I don't know why, but this is actually sin. So that X hand shape is, when we put it together, when we roll it around like that, it's sin. So X, Y, looks like a Y. Z, just make a Z in the air. So let's do them all together. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now that you've seen all the letters, you can spell your name. So if I were going to say my name is M, and most of the time you'll see me do an M with straight fingers. You can do it down like that, but N and M. So M-A-R-T-H-A. M-C-L-E-A-N is my last name. Now, I'd tell you about this shirt. It has the shape for I love you. It's the I and the L and the Y all together. So a lot of times you'll see deaf people say this when they're leaving. You know, they'll use the I love you sign, which is really cool. One more thing is how to say your name. If you were to meet a deaf person, maybe you met them in the store or whatever, and you wanted to go up and say hello, you could say hello, you can say hi, or you can just wave. They understand. A wave, everybody knows what a wave is, right? So hi, or hi, my, just put your hand on your chest, my name. It's like two U's, one on top of the other. My name. And you don't have to put the is in there. You just put my name and then you spell out your name. My name is Martha. My last name, and you don't have to know this, McLean. When I was first learning sign language, I was 16 years old and I had just taken one class. And so I knew how to say my name is Martha McLean, or it was Dabney then. But anyway, I just knew a little bit. And so I remember thinking, I remember going to a deaf lady, her first Sunday there at my church back home. And I had never talked to a deaf person before, but I really wanted to meet her. So I said, my name. And I did. I had is Martha. And she said, she started signing to me. I was so scared that I walked away. I think I told y'all that story once. But even if somebody is really good at sign language, you know what? If you ever meet a deaf person and they say, and you say hello and you spell your name, they will think that's wonderful. Most deaf people just love it, especially you young people. They will love to hear from you. Now, don't forget, you have a challenge. You have some. I've heard from one student on the challenge we did the other day about the two widows the two women that needed oil. So one person told me the two names of those prophets of God and what they told them to do. I've heard one verse from Sunday, and I've heard two people say the first 5 books of the Bible and tell me who wrote them. So there's a lot of challenges. I'm trying to give you a challenge several times a week, and I know that I'm not doing these every day. I don't want to overwhelm your parents having to watch me every day, but we will have some more. On Sunday, we'll have our large group time and our small group times, and I'll have some more silly stuff next week, maybe even before then. And I'm also going to have some missionary time. So some of my missionary friends are making some videos for you guys, and hopefully we'll get those up really soon. So there's stuff to be done. I hope you guys are having a good time. I hope you're enjoying your time with your family, but I also hope you're learning more about the scripture. Until next time, see you later.